Hello everybody, welcome to my channel again. This lighting though, this light. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how to be content. Just be content, It's like just this life has been given to us. Just be content. So we're going to talk about how to be content and just be more grateful in general, because I know life throws turns and everything like that, but sometimes you just need to breathe in, breathe out, just take time and just remember all our blessings, remember things, and just be more content and just show gratitude in general. It's not easy, but when you show gratitude, things are just much easier. So we're going to get to it. I don't want this video to be too long, so we're going to get to it. And yes, we're going to talk about how to be content. Okay, so the first thing that I put down on how to be content is just be thankful. Think about all the things you've been through up to this moment. Think about everything that God has taken you through. Think about just being alive, just being able to see another day, just being able, watching this video right now, you're alive, and that's something. Being able to wake up in the morning and be alive and get ready for a new day, that means you still have purpose, that means you still have more to fulfill, that means you still have many things to do in this life, and there's still a reason why you are here. So just I feel that sometimes we take for granted. We wake up, almost every day we get in a moving vehicle, and accidents happen all the time. People survive, people don't survive. So really, that's topic for another day, but really just be thankful for things in general. I mean, even I know maybe different people are in different parts of the world, but things are going on in different parts of the world. Being let's say, for example, me in this part of the world, like being able to just walk on the street, or just anything, or just you being able to just move around in general, and nobody's coming to hold your neck, attack you. Let's say, okay, fine, it happens in places or other things, but nobody's, in general, like no one is physically attacking you or dragging you down and burning you. Things happen and things are really bad. So I feel like sometimes we just forget to remember that things are God, things are different for everybody. So whatever situation you find yourself in, even if you're in the worst situation right now, you're still alive and you still have a purpose while you're here. So I just want to say, be grateful, and hopefully God will allow each and every one of us to be more grateful and satisfied in our doings. I don't stay too long, so let me just get to this real quick. Okay, number two. I want to say, I know this one might be a bit controversial, but I won't say lower your expectations, because it's good to have expectations of people. It's good to keep healthy expectations. But what I mean by lower your expectations is, don't feel entitled to things. Like, don't feel like anybody owes you anything. Don't feel like if they don't do this, like, why would they not do this for me? Or why am I going through this? Or why is this person doing this? Or why is this person treating me like this? Or sometimes we feel really entitled, and that's when grudges come in. That's when you get to a state of mind where it's not healthy, or you start thinking of, oh, this person did this thing to you, this person did that. So I just want to say, like, in general, just don't feel entitled. Lower your expectations. Don't feel like anybody owes you anything. You owe yourself that. God is in control of your life, and you're also in control. You're in control of your thoughts and the things that you think, and just things in general. So just the expectations, it's good to have and I love this quote. That says, it says, treat people as they ought to be, and you help them to become better versions of themselves. Or treat people as they ought to be, and you help them to become better versions of themselves. Because if you treat people as they ought to be, if you expect that, oh wow, okay, my sister is great, she's lovely, she's this, she's that, or this person is this, if you show people your expectations of them in a good way, they tend to fulfill those expectations. Like, that's another topic for another day. But expect good from people, and most times they get encouraged and they actually want to fulfill those good expectations and be better versions of themselves, things like that. But I'm just saying, in general, lower your expectations in terms of don't be feeling entitled to things. So don't feel like, oh, this person did not do this person did not do that, things like that. Let's get to the next one. The next one is see the good in others. And this is more like, personally, all these are my personal opinions, but personally, like, I do like to see the good in others, because I mean, I won't say I make excuses for people, but sometimes when people act up or act a certain way, it's not because they just want to be like that. Sometimes they've gone through a lot. Maybe they're having a rough day, rough week, rough year. You never know. But in general, just that's just me personally. But when sometimes you just need to see the good in others, like just see the good in them. Just so that everybody is kind of happier. Like, see the good in them so that they will know that this one, okay, she sees the good in me, so let me be acting good. Tip is okay. But anyways, like, I'm not saying like just make excuses and be in a unhealthy friendship or relationship or whatever like that, but see the good in others, help them to become better. And I think that way, for me personally, I'm just more content that way. I feel like, oh, I'm helping people, and then I also feel like nobody's going to come and find my trouble, because I already made it clear that you're a good person. But if you decide that you don't want to be a good person, you want to cross my path, I will just zoom off. But that's another topic. But anyways, yeah, see the good in others. It just helps you to just feel better yourself and better with others. Yeah. The next one is don't hold grudges, and this kind of relates to the other one. Don't hold grudges with anyone, and forgive people and free yourself. So for example, sometimes it's easy to get in tense moments or arguments with people, but in general, I just feel that there's no need for, if it's unnecessary, like your argument, if it's not taking you anywhere, there's no need to proceed. Like, I know maybe some people like to look for trouble, that's another thing, but in general, just just forgive. Even God says we should forgive, but I'm not saying like, oh, just tolerate nonsense, but I'm saying that at least be able to, sometimes I lose my train of thoughts because there's so many things running in my head, but let's read our notes. Don't hold grudges against anyone. Forgive and free yourself. Yeah, forgive and free yourself. Like, sometimes people think that, oh, it's by holding something to heart and letting the other person know that, oh my God, you wronged me for so long, that it's going to help them. It's not helping anybody. Most times when you're not forgiving somebody, you're hurting yourself. The thoughts are in your head. You're thinking about this thing is affecting your life, is affecting your things. It's just, life is already has its own different things. You don't need to be holding anybody's burden on your head. Like, if at that moment you can just clear it up right there and there, try to talk about it. If you can't talk about whatever argument is going on right there, at least find a way whereby you just like, okay, it's okay, smile it off, something like that. Sometimes that's what I just do, just smile things off, because you don't need to stress yourself in this life and just hold grudges or take something this small and make it such a big deal and arguments that. Okay, now I understand, like, sometimes with families, very close friends, relationships, things are a bit different in this section, because sometimes the grudge, I feel like people in that category, like family, friends, significant others and things like that, it's much, sometimes we just can't control our emotions. So I feel like those ones, at least you can save the heart's hurt or emotional stuff for those ones. I mean, I think it's valuable. Those are valuable things. But sometimes some of that things, if it's not leading you anywhere, if it's not somebody that is so critical like that, of course, love everybody. But if not something that's deep that you need to be worrying yourself over, somebody that's trying to hold grudge, just leave it, laugh it off, let it be, things like that. That's just my own take on that. So I hope I explained that very well. Okay, then the next one is lower unnecessary arguments and confrontations, which is kind of like the last one. Don't lower arguments and I know some people like confrontations maybe for fun, or they just like to look for something to tell you to raise your blood pressure. Just like I said last time, just lower it. Know how to control your mind, know how to be able to conversate with people, and don't let it escalate into what you don't want it to be. If it is, then just I'm not saying you should fake smile, but just don't take it to heart. Just leave it, lighten it up, and just small. Yeah. Okay. Then the last one that I have, thank God it's 10 minutes, so this is not going to take forever. The last one that I have is just say thank you, say thank you, say thank you, say thank you, say thank you. I find myself, a lot of times I say thank you for the slightest things, like, and that's just me really. I feel like I'm not entitled to anything from anybody. It's me and God, it's me and, don't I'm not, so any little thing I always find myself being so grateful and thankful for. So say thank you. If someone does something small for you, say thank you. If someone takes time out of their busy schedule to help you with something, or to talk to you or show that they care in some way, say thank you, be grateful. Someone maybe you've not heard from them in a while, an old friend, and you remember memories of good times or whatever like that, call them. Say, you miss them. I guess, yeah, you can miss them, but sometimes, let me just not go there. But in general, like, say thank you, old friends, whatever like that. If you remember somebody, had good memories, talk about it. Just be grateful, just practice that. And yeah, so say thank you, call your family, say thank you. They brought you into this life, and let's say you're not going through the best things right now, but God sees you, and he knows your heart, and you are also in control of your own life. So say thank you. If you don't feel like, someone else has it better than you do, because everybody has their own race to run. We were not born together, we're not going to die together. So just, nobody has their own race to run. So don't make it seem like, they're not being kind by not or maybe they've done something wrong to you in the past or whatever, but don't always hold the bad things above the good things, if you get what I mean. Try to be able to see the good, and say thank you, say thank you, say thank you. Somebody opens the door for you, say thank you. That thank you, self. Sometimes when you thank people with their head swelling up and they're like, oh yeah, no problem, don't worry, don't worry about it. But anyways, yes, just say thank you for little things. Makes you feel good, makes them feel good, makes the world a happier place. So thank you very much, and I think I've covered some things, and maybe in a later video we can talk about more. But those are just, I think, my main things on how I try to remain content and just be grateful in general, because this world can drive someone crazy, but just have to calm down. Just be grateful for things you have. So thank you very much for staying for about 13 minutes, or I don't know, we'll find out. But thank you very much for listening, and I hope that it helped you. I hope that it blessed you, and I hope that these tips, maybe you're already practicing them, you can continue to practice them and be encouraged, or you can start practicing them. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you. One thing I forgot, don't forget to share with your beloved brother, sister, fellow friend, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, everything. Share. If you feel like it blessed you, or if you like there's something that maybe you learned, things like that, please share, subscribe, so that we can be gisting on more things as time goes on. So thank you very much. Bye.